Welcome to my lesson all about fractions and decimals. So let's start at the beginning. We've got two words here. We've got to explain what they are. The best way of explaining is to do some examples, and then we'll come back to a definition at the very end. So here we have got a lovely little chocolate bar, and we've got some pieces, and we've even broken a bit off. So let's have a look at this. So if there were two of us, we could say we're going to divide the chocolate bar into two, or split it into two. So think about how many pieces each person would have. Now when we're talking about fractions, we need to make sure that the pieces are equal. So if you look at this chocolate bar, if I just go across where we break it, you can see there are 10 pieces. So you could say that if you just have one piece, that's one piece out of 10. So that's a decimal. Now if we rub that out and we think about two pieces, so imagine you've just got two pieces of chocolate. So we'll have that bottom one that we had before, and then we'll have another one as well. So we've got 2 out of 10. Now what you can do here is you can say, well actually, if we've got 2 out of 10, we're breaking that piece off. And there are two pieces, and those two pieces are the same as those two, as those two, as those two, as those two. So what we've got is we've got 5 different, sorry I just rubbed that out, made a mistake there. We've got 5 different slices, if you like. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what you have to remember is that if you've got 2 out of 10, that's the same as, or is equivalent to, 1 slice out of 5 slices. And some people say that that's simplifying a fraction. So to this diagram, you can see what we've got here is we've got what's called a number line. And on this number line, we've got fractions, which we just talked about, but we've also got at the top decimals. So you can see that it's important to know that in this case they both go from 0 to 1. You can get fractions and decimals bigger than 1, but for less than 1 we're just going to be doing between 0 and 1. So let's do a simple one. Imagine we go back to our chocolate bar. So if we've got our chocolate bar here, if there's two of us and we're being fair, we'll have half each. So you'll have 5 bits and I'll have 5 bits. And hopefully you will know that that can be represented as a fraction as a half. You get 1 out of the 2 separate parts of the chocolate bar, and each one is made of 5 pieces. But the main thing to know is that the 2 parts are the same size. You get 1 and I get 1. So if we look at the diagram above, as we talked about before, a half is the same as 5 out of 10 pieces, but it can also be represented in this way, which is called a decimal, so 0.5. Now how do we know that that's true? Well, as you get older, you just know that 0.5 is the same as a half. But if we look along this number line, you can see that 0.5 is in the middle of 0 and 1. So it's halfway along. Now, if we do one more example before we stop, let's just look at, say, this one. 3 bits of chocolate out of 10. This can be represented as 0.3. So hopefully you've understood, and I'll try and do another lesson on this if you would like me to. Thank you for watching.